from Rich Richardson, Waco, Texas. Mr. Mantell, who was your favourite person to work with in the ring against as a tag team? Thank you both for what you do, we the people. So, who was your favourite person, your opponent as a tag team?
Well, we had on this week Bobby Fulton, and of course his partner's passed away now, Tommy Rogers. Great guys to work with, great guys. And any of the Armstrongs, Brad Armstrong, any of them, they were just like naturals. You know who else was good to work with? You never had to worry about getting hurt. Is the Samoans. What were their names? Sika and who?
Afa.
What's the other one's name? Afa. You know, to be so big, they were like silk.
Hey, where did you wrestle? I know you've mentioned Afa and Sika beforehand, but what territory were they in when you wrestled them?
Georgia.
Really?
But I didn't work with them much. I mean, they was on a higher plane than me. But even when I got on TV and they were going to beat me or my partner, you never really felt them. You know, and they never, if they wanted to, I mean, they could have ripped me a new behind, but they were very nice and they were laughing all the time, very friendly in the dressing room and very easy to work with. So there was a lot of guys. Dennis Condrey was another one. Bobby Eaton was another one. Lawler was he's like silk too. You never felt that guy. So, and that's what you wanted with the guy. See, but I didn't mind a guy getting rough with me a little bit because that's the way I worked. You know, I want to know a guy's there, so I would lock up and he would lock up. So I liked it better that way. So it gave me more of a feel of what I had to do. But there was a lot of great guys that, you know, I could, if I really listed them down, I could name guys for 30 minutes that were great to work with.
To stick with Afa and Sika, there's a story that popped in my mind when you mentioned them. And apparently, not to be completely stereotypical here, but like all the Samoans, quite a lot of them apparently had quite bad tempers. And I can't remember who told the story. It's like, but they bicker with each other sometimes, and you knew that the shit was really on when they stopped talking English and started talking Samoan.
Yep.
Have you ever experienced that?
Well, here's another guy that's probably the toughest guy in the business, or one of them, was Haku. But if you work with him, you never felt him. I worked with, I can't remember his name. What was the Barbarian?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Sweetheart and I remember of a guy. That guy.
This is a story about me and Barbarian. Oh, he is. He's a prince. He really is. We had a match one time, and I don't know what they were thinking, but they wanted me to beat him. Well, he said okay, but he went into the ring, and brother, he laid on me. You know, he didn't much like the finish, and after he laid on me, I developed a hell of a dislike for it myself because I told him in the match, brother, please. He picked me up in the slam and his hands are right here, but his other hand grabbed me right on my testicular region. God. And I'm up there and I'm squeezing. I'm looking like I'm having sex with his hand or something. It looked weird. And finally he threw me off. It didn't hurt me anything, but I remember telling him in the ring, listen, brother, just beat me and let's go home. Let's just end it right now. Let's end this misery and I'll get out. And if they say something, I didn't tell him all this ring, but I said I got hurt or something. And we just reversed it the other way. But even when they told me that I was going to go over, I thought, wait a minute, what are y'all doing? I even didn't like the finish and I was winning. So, but he is very, very easy to work with. Now, if you're not working with him, he could be very capable of damn near, making you a cripple. That's how bad he was. And and I've heard stories of him cleaning whole bars out. because he would get to drinking, and when he got in that mood, he was uncontrollable. But other than that little character flaw, he's a good guy.
Did you ever, with Haku and Barbarian, you ask them both who's the toughest guy you ever met, and Haku would say, "Oh, the only guy I was ever afraid of was Barbarian." Then you ask Barbarian, and it's like, "The only guy I was ever afraid of was Haku." So they knew what side their bread was buttered. They always pick themselves up there.
That would be a tough choice to figure out who was the toughest. I'd have to go with Haku. I don't know, but they were both tough and easy to work with, both of them.